91% of the way. It's removing everything. I don't know what the hell changed, but something big changed.
Why is that?
I went to do the update and it said, hold up, you got 10.2 gigs worth of fucking
No fucking you.
packets to uninstall.
You got shit to do. Okay.
Holy crap. Hi Mia, how you doing tonight?
What the hell are you doing?
I'm getting the Patreon put up. I don't know how she's seen it. It's unlisted. Glad to hear it. That's kind of strange, isn't it?
Huh, yeah.
Already did that. And the URL.
Oh.
I mean, it is unlisted, right? Are you looking at it yet?
Oh, well, it's me, yeah.
Well, I mean, not that I mind, but it's supposed to be like a Patreon exclusive thing. I haven't even got it posted on Patreon yet.
You don't know what you're doing.
No, not at all. Is there any surprise?
No, not at all. Well, that's funny though.
Give you better control over who gets to see each post. Well, this is for anybody, or
What are you look? I don't know. I can kind of watch what you got. If you do Patreons only, then that's Patreon only.
well, who's
published
supposed,
now?
who's supposed to get it?
Patreon.
Okay. Add a title.
Or this would be actually this would be a tier, and you would select the other tier. But anyway, you got a couple watching.
Select tier.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still playing on mine, so.
Yeah.
Which tier?
It's the
Bloopers, isn't it?
Yeah, that tier. Yeah, we'll get it figured out. Maybe.
Maybe.
But how did it what?
You're all set. The post has been scheduled for January 4th. What is today?
The 3rd?
Oh, well, crap.
You don't want to schedule.
Obviously.
You want a...
I want to go...
You will publish now.
Yeah, publish now. It wasn't $9 a month, though. I get like 50 cents for every $5 subscriber, or what?
Do what?
Why does it say $9 a month?
Because we've got 2 Patreons.
Yeah, for $5 a month each.
Yeah, and Patreon gets a piece of the pie.
Okay. That's what I asked. They get 50 cents out of each.
Yeah, they get a piece of the pie. That's how they stay in business.
Well, that definitely helped, which is cool.
Whoa.
Found a GL driver.
Oh yeah.
For this, and now I'm not getting any rendering lag. Or well, still getting a little bit, but nowhere near as bad as it was. Think I scared Mia off. You still there? I wasn't trying to run you off. Although Thursday is probably going to be pretty boring most of the time.
Yeah.
My plan for tonight was to build a computer, order a new computer, or at least components for a new computer, and put together a server. Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
That's a lot for a few hours worth of work.
I'm probably not going to get one of the 3 things done. I mean, so far I've spent all my time fighting on getting any desk put on here. And then I remembered, hey, it's Thursday night. We're supposed to be live on Patreon. Benefits. Probably shouldn't be going through this on that screen.
Start the live stream. Yeah, you're doing it right. It may just be sending out a link.
I mean, I don't mind that they're here.
No.
Oh. So, Mr. Jones and Mr. Stewart, we need to, like, mark complete.
Yeah.
For their bloopers once we have that complete.
You just do it once a month. You mark complete on them. It's because like when you're doing every Thursday night, that'd be considered that you've completed something for them.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, I can do it, but
I didn't know.
Yeah, as long as we are providing content, then
we've completed our.
Yeah. They're complete now. Well, that's how, because if you don't mark them complete, I don't think it'll charge them.
Well, that's good anyway.
Yeah. I mean, if there's something like we feel like we haven't provided anything at all.
No, it says 4 complete.
Because I just completed the 2.
Why does it say 4 then?
Because we had 2 last month.
No, we only had 1 last month. But it shows
No, we
all
had
the
2
past
because
months. Mr. Stewart, it shows for November and December.
Exactly. There you go. Yeah, you scared off Mia, you big old.
I wasn't trying to. She never hangs out long. I mean, it's cool that she always pops in, though.
Yeah, she always pops in.
She's always the first one.
Always.
Like, I'd be a little worried if she wasn't the first one.
Be like, what's going on? No, I'm not going to monitor that since we're not really doing a live stream.
Well, I mean, it's not supposed to be about the chat and stuff, but I still want to have it up just in case.
Well, that's fine.
Because if somebody wants to ask a question about what we're doing, I don't really want to break topic just to...
Yeah.
I mean, but at the same time...
I usually, if I'm doing something like that, I just...
A legit question would be... I mean, maybe they'll actually help me to get something done tonight. If he even jumps on. I did see he was online.
Who's that?
Mr. Stewart.
Yeah.
He was on Discord anyway.
He gave up on you.
He gave up on me.
Yeah, he said I'm dead.
What do you mean?
I'm being a smart ass.
Not saying online as in he jumped in to watch the stream. I'm saying I seen he was online.
You seen he was on Discord.
He was probably playing. I didn't look too close.
Probably Entropia.
I was playing for 1 hour. Yeah, he's been on Entropia for a while.
90% of my Google search history.
That's funny. I have kind of started trying to build a bot. A Discord bot for our Discord room.
Yeah.
Something to like greet people and what?
I was laughing. I forgot. Did you hear that a dude in Colorado started a GoFundMe account $18 million.
Oh my God. You guys realize that you guys are going to make freaking salads cost $23, right?
Good.
I like salad occasionally. Obviously not too often, but sometimes.
We could have a whole debate over that.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Because, yeah.
I don't like getting political or religious or deep or...
Melanie and I argue about it all the time.
Yeah, my dad, I listen to him argue with me about it all the time, but I never argue back.
What about the wall?
No, about politics or religion or blah, 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 blah. I usually say just enough to shut the argument down, just like, yep, this is the end of that.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing it up. Now let's drop the subject.
Mel and I always argue about it. Well, not really argue. The wild time doesn't do no good. That's always her saying.
No, I agree.
I think it'll be.
And without all those immigrants, you know, like I said, we're going to be
There's
paying...
a difference between an immigrant and an illegal alien.
Oh, shit. I don't want to pay $20 for a salad. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
hey, that means hamburgers with all the fixings is going to go up too, okay?
It's going to go up any way you look at it because that's just the way our economy is going.
Because the dollar's not worth a fucking dime.
I don't have a problem with any person coming to the United States. Zero issues.
Well,
they should do it legally.
That's because our ancestors came to this country.
But they should do it legally.
I don't necessarily disagree with that.
Any other country will put you in jail or shoot you for going into there illegally, including Mexico.
Well, you know.
So I think it's...
There's a reason Mexico doesn't have an Olympic team.
No. I just think they should come in legally. Pay their fair share of taxes like all the rest of us.
Because anybody that can run, jump, or swim.
Yeah. Well, if he gets his wall, they're going to have to dig fucking deep.
That's ridiculous.
You know the government's shut down, don't you?
It doesn't surprise me. Our government's falling apart.
Well, that's been known for a while, though. And that's not the bane of my argument there. It's not the main part of my argument. I just think they should do it. They have to suffer just like the rest of us.
Yeah, if you want to come be miserable in America, then, you know.
If I have to pay taxes, then so should you.
Yep, pay those people that work against you. I mean, for you.
Mm-hmm. But taxes are automatically pulled out of our checks, unfortunately. So it should be theirs too.
Why are you saying unfortunately? You want to be a sovereign citizen or something?
No, I do not want to be a sovereign citizen. But I don't think there should be a wage tax. I think there should be a sales tax.
There is a sales tax.
Exactly. I think you should pay taxes upon what you buy.
You do?
Yeah.
You think you should pay more?
No. I think you should pay upon what you buy, and government should live within its means.
Oh, you're acting like the government isn't a woman. There might always be a man at the wheel, but I guarantee you there's always a woman nagging behind them.
Well, yeah, I didn't say otherwise. I'm just saying they should live within their means, and they should...
For any women that might be on here watching,
I should not have to pay 45% of my income to the government.
That was not meant to be derogatory, except for
However,
kind of
not all of it goes to the government because it's like the other percentage is Medicare and all that crap and Social Security. I don't think you should have to pay your 15% in the Social Security, and I don't think your employer should have to pay in the Social Security either. I think you should be allowed to put in your own 401k because you're going to come out better, and by a long shot. In fact, the studies prove.
Well, and that system's so freaking broke by the time I get there.
Exactly. But if you were forced to put it in your own 401k, making 15%, you would have, at minimum wage, I think you would have over $1 million in your account. I think that's what it comes up to. You would be, or $750,000 or some fucking crazy ass number versus what you get when you retire out.
My HSA is still open over a penny.
Is it?
Yeah, they just sent me another email the other day.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was funny. Because when I withdrew, they had pending interest.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of funny. But...
You guys should just call this, oh, you went to buy a stamp to send me a letter, and sorry, you're broke now.
You'd kind of think something along them lines, but, you know.
Now watch, that's going to be what I end up retiring on.
It'd be funny, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I tell you, that would be quite hilarious. I don't see it happening.
Like Futurama. Fry freaking goes to check on his bank account, and chick's like, all right, da-da-da-da, for 1,000 years, and your total is... He has a heart attack standing there in the bank.
Well, if it sat there for that long, imagine what it could do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the amount was so negligible, though. I mean, interest rates would have had to been...
Not for 1,000 years.
To come out to billions,
well,
when he had less than $1 in there?
It doesn't take long once you start compounding interest.
True. Compounding.
To start...
Yeah.
It would probably take 200 years before it was actually anything, but think about after that got up to there.
Very good.
Because if you put $2,000 in for 25 years, you'd be set.
Very good, doing all that Chinese math again.
That Chinese math. I mean, it's just amazing. See, they said they wanted videos on how to make cheap investment. Put $2,000 into a 401k when you're 20 years old and do not spend it. When you retire, you'll be glad you did. Right?
Sure. My dad just started doing a Roth. He put in the max he could last year anyway.
Just started a Roth?
Yep.
A Roth IRA? Or a, yeah.
Yeah, he put in the max for last year anyway. Which, I mean, for him, putting in the max wasn't
a Roth IRA.
He did it all at once,
Yeah.
Boom.
Well, it makes sense because you pay taxes on a Roth. You pay taxes when you put it in, but you don't take it. You don't pay it when you put it out.
I was gonna say, I know our financial advisor that we've been listening to says that they're the way to go.
Yep, because you pay on what you pay when you put it in.
I think when I told him about that, he actually started listening to him again.
Oh yeah.
Which he said he used to catch one of the AM radio shows with him.
Yeah.
Like while he was at work or some crap.
Sometimes he has some reasonable information.
What's this sometimes? He used to fucking swear by everything he said.
Well, there's a little sarcastic in there sometimes. But yeah,
I'm paying my stupid tax in case anybody was wondering.
I figured I could hear the scratches. I watched him today, in fact.
I was letting anybody that could really hear the scratches. Like, what the hell is going on over there?
Don't want to know.
Scratcher tickets. Well, a scratcher ticket, a whole $2, you know.
Stupid tax.
Mm-hmm. Here's my justification. I got 10 minutes worth of joy. Is it a good justification? No, not at all. But it's what I got.
If you're chalking it to entertainment, you might get away with it.
It is entertaining for a few. That's why I don't like the other scratcher tickets, because 30 seconds and you're done. Like, huh?
You get any? I got $1 this year in Christmas lottery tickets.
And see, here I could make, 10. I would say 20,000, but I prefer being realistic. And I don't know. I've made 50 before, or I've made 100 before off these. But I mean, that was a one-time thing, and probably never happen again if I play one every day for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't play them that often. I mean, this is the first one I bought in months.
But you play more than I do.
Well, this is the first one I bought in months, and I didn't get any for Christmas this year, which was a little surprising. It's like my family's favorite thing to give for Christmas. But everybody finally listened. I can't afford to buy you nothing, don't buy me nothing.
Mm-hmm. My darn big mouth.
Huh?
I said my darn big mouth.
I'm glad they listened. I always feel bad when they buy me something. I'm like, thanks. Here's nothing. A hug or something.
Oh, shit.
Sheldon Cooper,
Mm-hmm.
You haven't given me a gift. You've given me an obligation.
Yep.
I can't believe you still haven't watched Young Sheldon. I've had it on the Plex server forever.
Yeah, well.
Lazy.
You know.
Because I know there's always something playing on that TV when you got a little girl you're watching for the whole day.
You want to bet?
No, because I know you don't ever even turn it on unless she did.
You really want to go there? There's once in a while I'll sit in the chair because she wants me to sit. There's your statement. Do something better.
My statement.
Yeah. Turning on your lights and sirens after losing a drag race is just poor sportsmanship.
Huh?
Okay, turning on your lights and sirens after losing a drag race is just poor sportsmanship.
I don't get it.
Who would turn on their lights and sirens? Turning on your lights and sirens after losing a drag race.
Do you think that's why that cop turned on his lights and sirens that one time?
Mm-hmm. It's just poor sportsmanship.
I think he was pretty upset that he only got the other car and not me.
You're damn lucky that's all he got. You'd have probably had your ass in a lot of trouble.
Oh yeah, I mean I was moving.
I'd have been like, it wasn't my idea.
I don't know what happened. My leg cramped. The gas stuck. Something.
Just keep it going, and when he gets up beside you, be like, it won't shut off. I can't get it. It won't stop. It's stuck.
Yeah, and then get pitted.
call 911 and be like, I got a cop behind me. The ignition will not stop. It won't stop. I can't get the brake. I can't get it to quit.
Be riding left foot or brake too, just so it's believable.
The funny thing is that truly has happened.
Well, I'm sure. I mean,
because I watched a deal on it where some lady it happened to. If she hadn't called 911, there would have been all kinds of.
Well, yeah, because that's like fleeing to a loot or whatever.
Yeah.
Big deal.
But she called them 911 and be like, I can't get it turned off. It's stuck. Of course, she was kind of freaking out too.
Well, I'm sure I would be if the that was the case. Like, ah, shit! I'm a good driver, but help me!
Yeah, because they cleared the highway for her and all kinds of shit.
Oh, that'd be fun.
She had like 4 cop cars around her, one on either side, and they were clearing the lanes and shit. They had people up in front of her, getting everybody pulled off the highway, and
right.
They were trying to get it figured out, and they had her. They had somebody on her cell phone, and I don't even remember what they finally did to get it stopped.
Probably told her to hold on and pitted her.
No, they didn't do that. Because they tried to have her turn off the ignition, and that wouldn't work.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's surprising.
It was stuck. And so she couldn't get it turned off.
I guess if the steering wheel's not sitting just right, that lock will keep.
And they didn't want her. Yeah, they didn't want her to
turn the wheel because depending on what speed she was at, I mean.
I think actually they finally told her to start stomping on the accelerator, like really smashing it.
See if it was stuck, if it break free.
Yeah, if it finally break loose. I think that's what they got it to do it. Because they tried to get her to like drop it in the neutral. It would blow up the car, but
yeah, I mean save a life.
But she couldn't move it was all stuck.
Well, a lot of times, the gear shift won't, and on newer cars won't let you change anything if there's not at least a brake being applied.
Let's see.
Which I'm sure she could have probably applied the brake and not endangered herself too badly.
Well, it actually kicked in 100 miles.
Well,
she probably freaked out and rolled it.
I mean, yeah, but if she would have slightly just eased on the brake a little bit.
Well, I think that's what they ended up doing. She ended up kicking the accelerator enough that it finally
broke free
and went down and shot out. And
97. I don't know if you're watching over there.
No, I'm not watching you.
Getting close anyway.
I was waiting for you to get that done so I could do whatever.
It's 98% done now.
Technically.
Well, at least I made my money back. Well, made $3 extra on top of my money back.
Did you? Oh, Jake. Yellow. It's possible. Okay.
Writing utensil.
Yeah, if I can find one. Just a automotive bill of sale. I don't even think you need a bill of sale. You just need the title.
You need a bill of sale if you're getting a...
On the title? Oh.
If you're going to be driving it at all without tags, bill of sale will save your ass for like 72 hours or something.
Mm-hmm. You know, if I can find something, because I don't really have. Go to dmv.org, they might have a bill of sale form.
Oh, yeah, Kansas has one on their website that's pretty easy.
Yeah. State required, approved. I know Kansas isn't required, but. Yeah. Yeah. I think I just found one. Okay, Kansas Department of Revenue bill of sale. Buyer vehicle, intake, transfer of ownership. But you don't really need that. Yeah, I've got something here that's from Kansas Department of Revenue. So that should work. Okay, well, you said you needed 2 copies? Okay, well, they're into the printer now, so.
Woohoo! $4.
Okay.
$5.
Well, they're in there, so.
For once the stupid tax pays off.
Yeah, well, it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, so. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, bill of sale. It'll just cover your butt, so. Alright. Okay. I got it printed, so there's a couple copies waiting on you. So, alright. Bye. For your motorcycle. See, technically, I could go ahead and rebuy my gold under my exchange rate. This is sad, but I don't want to buy it that close.
Yeah, it's kind of pointless if you're not making much.
0.177, it wouldn't be.
Wouldn't be enough to be worth it.
No.
Unless you thought it was about to start shooting way in the other direction.
Yeah, would it be worth to start buying it in? Yeah, it'd be 3 cents.
Woo!
Not really worth.
Getting rich.
Yeah.
The slow way.
Yeah. Wouldn't really be worth my headache.
Yeah, I still haven't even put my shares back up for sale yet.
Your shares?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, because, I did that promotion and bought 100 shares.
Yeah.
At 0.3 a share.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad I haven't, because now they went up from 0.40 to 0.41 a share.
Uh-huh.
So, that's cool.
Why would you sell them?
To get my euros back to buy a company.
But I thought you wanted the shares.
Well, I want shares too, but shares will make me a slow profit, whereas, companies have the potential to bring that revenue in much quicker.
Yeah. I got you.
Right now I just put them in shares because I knew the first was coming up, and if I have them in there on the first, then I make that much more. I think I got this time off of 100 and what was it? My shares.
Well, that wasn't a bad trade.
138 shares is what I had in there, and home. No, my profile. Finances. No.
Well, that last gold trade that I just made from selling it after buying it the other day, I just made a $3.59 profit. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Especially consider with what we're playing with, you know.
Okay, so off my 138 shares, I made 0.35.14 euro. Or 0.3514 euro. I mean, so not a lot, but it's income.
Yeah.
It's safe income.
Yeah.
Obviously, unfortunately, the company is a bit more of a risk as well. So. All right, so let's see here. I'll pull that back up and see if it's ready to go now.
Did you get it?
Well, the auto remove is complete anyway. Newer version of AnyDesk 4.0.1 available. Click to update.
Are you having issues over there?
Yeah. Just still not super used to Ubuntu just yet. I was just talking to somebody about it the other day. I'm like, yeah, unless you're kind of techie, you shouldn't really think about Linux. Like, you know, there are a couple distros that are somewhat user friendly, but they're still far from mainstream.
Oh, would have been on your tax statement January 31st, but there's no time to get it. But there's still time to get it.
All right, Debian.
Oh shit!
What? What'd you do that for?
Shouldn't come out till Monday though, so I hope. Oh, I'm screwed.
What's that?
Huh?
What's that?
That. No, I reason I thought about it because of that. Simply put, tomorrow. It's the whatchamajigger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that whatchamajigger. Student loan.
Ooh, that's always a fun one.
It's coming out. Be coming out tomorrow or hopefully Monday.
Well, if need be, I can help you with it temporarily.
It should be okay too. Shouldn't come out till Monday, which means I should be able to deal with it. Just gotta do what I do.
When you gotta do it.
Yeah, to what I gotta do. So I'm thinking about it so that I can do it. One of those things.
Installing. Making progress anyway. Now it's going to pop up. You need 10.2 gigabytes of add-on files here. I just freaking removed all those! It could be worse. It could be Windows.
That is the truth. Figured out. Oh, I can't believe that.
It'll be interesting to find out though if that processor's going to fit in here.
I mean, it's not something I'd be hoping for that your good laptop quit, but
Oh, my good laptop is all but done. I told you what I had to go through to get it on the last time, right?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the
Most
finish
expensive.
line is near.
The most expensive laptop you've ever owned.
Oh, definitely, yeah. The only other laptop I've ever owned I bought from my boss at the time. Then went through a whole big ordeal about saying he screwed me over, even though I know it had a bad motherboard when I bought it. So, you know, there's that.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, so AnyDesk is ready here.
Okay, well, hold on. I'm doing something
Sure you are.
kind of rather important anyway.
So where's this call you said we was going to get? I was kind of looking forward to that.
That was last week and they never called.
Oh. Probably Googled you or something.
Probably. Probably looked up the phone number and realized, oh, we don't want to talk to him. You know, one of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to pass on.
Oh, you mean this guy spent $400,000 on his education?
Not quite that much. Of course,
Probably
maybe.
will be by the time you get it all paid.
No, because after 25 years they go.
Yeah, they loan forgiveness or whatever.
Yeah, something along those
Yeah.
lines. What the fuck? That's pissing me off. Oh, come on. Are you effing kidding me?
No.
This computer's about to be off.
Hey, how's it going, Big? Sorry, Thursdays we don't really pay a whole lot of attention to the chat, so I don't know how long that's been there, but
It was something, I don't know, maybe it's unlisted. How in the world is it coming up? Is it going through an email?
I don't know if maybe it didn't save as unlisted before I went, or I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, it's not a big deal.
No. I'm just curious to how it's doing what it's doing.
I am too, because
TV Christmas.
I think, I mean, we just don't have the Patreon figured out just yet.
That is probably reasonable to assume. Okay, there's that. So at least that's good to go.
Might have been so long since he sent that he's gone.
Huh? Probably.
Well, I mean, sorry, but
Realized that we weren't really doing a stream and it just.
well, Thursday's not about the stream. I mean, we're doing one. It's there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if he was at Green Spike, he came in and dropped out at 8:57.
No. About 5 minutes ago.
Or well, it doesn't show we still have one watching. So. It's still showing that it's unlisted.
Well, I checked it a little bit ago and it was showing unlisted.
I mean, I didn't change the description or anything. I changed the title and the privacy. Maybe they both just signed up on Patreon.
Unlikely.
I mean, that's fine too. But. And maybe if they're surfing YouTube and we're live, it still pops up for them if they're subscribed or something. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. La 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 la. What am I looking at now? Okay.
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. There they are, standing in a row.
Give it on the third. Damn it.
Small ones, some as big as your head.
Oh, it's always something, isn't it?
What do you need?
Huh?
What do you need?
Well, I'm gonna see when it normally comes through. May not need anything.
I mean, since I haven't processed that order yet, like I said, at least temporarily, I can.
I should be able to figure it out here. The 5th. Let's see here. Trying to figure out about when it normally pops in. The 5th. The 5th. Okay, so it usually shows up on the 5th, which is a Saturday. So that won't hurt me if that's the case, and I'll have it taken care of, which is good. Maybe I can get in there. That's cool. I'm at 30% paid off. 36%. That's funny.
Interesting. Oh wait, well, okay, so that's that. But then, so I know what the cheaper way to go would be for sure. And,
That's interesting. Is that all I owe? Huh. Only $166,529.44.
is that all?
That's it.
I wish that money was really, you know, that's all.
Well, I hope we start making some money at some point. Huh?
Money's the fever dream of a madman.
Well, that may be the case, but, you know, madmen need to be paid. Lights are important to some people. And I won't even start throwing punches below the belt. So, just lights are important to some people. I'll go through and do the math on that.
I know, I paid for some people's lights on several occasions.
I'll do some math, get it paid, and get some stuff done. Get a consolidation going on. We'll do 2 and get a consolidation going on.
Are you here yet?
Oh, no. I got that done, so now I can be. I was waiting to be able to get on there.
Hey, there you are.
Oh, it needs a password.
Yeah, I already set that up.
Is it backwards?
No. I fucking hate the fact that you did that.
Oh.
Quit!
What?
Jackass!
Okay.
You're lucky I don't know Linux hotkeys yet.
Still fun.
Stop being an ass. You mother...
Hey! Okay, I'll go back to doing what I was doing. Back! Oh. Oh.
Why you let me block you out of shit while you're in here? Because it thinks you're trying to do shit. What? What? What's your problem?
Nothing.
You're lying to me, and it scares me.
You must have that setting already set up.
What setting's that?
Block user input.
I was getting ready to, but it wouldn't let me change it because you were in here.
It's already blocked. It's grayed out. It won't let me do it.
Oh, because I was still trying to move the mouse.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, you can't do that. Nice try, though.
Uh-huh. I got other stuff I can do.
You start sending commands and crap, and we're going to have issues, dude. Trust me, you're on Windows, and I'm on Linux, okay? Who's going to have better luck?
Well, this depends on who can type faster.
Linux is a lot more maneuverable in situations such as that.
I do not argue with that point, but
Alright. Dang it.
I can still have fun with you.
Yeah, you end up processing an order or something, we're going to have some big issues.
It's Amazon. It'll be alright.
So you're paying for it all, and
It's Amazon.
I'm glad I got your server in my cart.
It's Amazon. You just cancel the. Oh, let me see. Oh, such a nice clipboard. There we go. Do-do-do. Really?
What?
Really?
You gave yourself away. What do you expect me to do?
Let's see here. And you know that's easy enough to get around, don't you?
Oh, I know. I just don't expect you to be that much of a D-bag. The only thing it does is calls my attention every time you click. And by that I just mean shows a flash.
Yeah, but there's still a way around that.
Oh, I know. Woo.
Oh, that blocks that too. That ain't no fun. Let's see here. Well, it's really making me want to play with this a little bit.
Oh, you're a douche.
What? I'm just looking.
Screw, remove, purge.
Huh, there's really not one in here.
Not what?
It's really not on here. Huh. A command line, maybe just because of Linux, but
I just gave you a command line. There you go. Press enter.
I can't press enter.
Yeah, I know. If you did, you'd uninstall AnyDesk and wipe out all its configuration as well.
I'm aware. Are you over here?
Mm-hmm.
On this one?
Indeed. Oh my god. Where'd the 1 terabyte blue I was looking at go? Is it still in my cloud? Maybe I just moved it to save for later. Yep, there it is. Alright. So here's some options.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is how I would have to do it if I was going to do it via these options. Or how I would feel safe doing it via these options. Okay, if I go spinning disk, then in my opinion, at least for my work drive, I will need a mirror. Just for safety of not losing my job over computer screw up. Right?
Okay.
I mean, solid state tends to be more reliable, and therefore I would be less concerned about such things. I would, of course, still make sure I had a good image.
Yeah.
But...
Okay.
So if I just went standard 500 gig blues, $34.99 a piece, I would need 3 of them.
Okay.
Because I would need 2 for work and 1 for person. If I went terabyte blacks or terabyte blues, I mean, either way. Terabyte blues are obviously probably going to be a little cheaper than that, but...
Okay.
And spinning disk, then I would need 2 of them. Again, still just to mirror work side more than, you know.
Yeah.
Which I could partition them out then and still get a full terabyte on, you know, just stripe it on my personal side.
Okay.
If I went solid state, I wouldn't feel like the duplicate was as necessary. But I would still need at least 2. Or a single 1 terabyte, which might be a couple pennies cheaper, but Western Digital is pretty good about having them darn close. So, well, that's 1 terabyte, 139. Thoughts? Obviously, solid state, I'm going to get better performance. And, you know, being more reliable. Am I right that I don't need a mirror? I mean, in your opinion?
Yes and no.
Well, I know there's still a chance. It's just considerably smaller.
It's smaller, but it still happens.
Very true. So do I just take the fact of you know, essentially the, you know, laws of performance and go with spinning disk? At least until I can afford to get some new solid states. And if you're looking to order directly from Western Digital, oh my god, so much more expensive.
I wasn't.
Okay. Because I looked into that, because I would rather order from them just for the fact of, know the warranty's, good from the time I bought it, and yeah. Don't know if whoever I'm buying it from on Amazon's a certified reseller or not. However, one or two of these options was actually from Western Digital on Amazon, so. What was I just thinking? So what are your thoughts? What would you do given situation and circumstances? And that's what I was doing. I was wanting to look up what a 1 terabyte blue would be. 1 terabyte blue spinning disk.
Yeah. It really comes down to money.
Well, obviously, but I mean, dollar for dollar, the difference is not that much either way you go.
A 1 terabyte solid state's like double the price.
What's 34 times 3?
About $90. A little bit more.
Well, 110 or 105, somewhere in there.
But even at that, if you're doing a 1 terabyte solid, and 34 is 500, so you're doing a terabyte and a half. So you're doing.
Well, yeah, because I need the mirror. So I wanted to look and see what a blue 1 terabyte spinning is real quick.
When you're talking about setting up striping.
Well, that was just... No. For my computer, I don't necessarily need striping. For my personal side, that was just if we went with 2 1 terabytes, then in order to be able to use all of my personal space but still have my work drive mirrored, I would partition that out in such a way that it was a mirror and mine was striped, so I got, my full terabyte.
Because striping, like a RAID 0 striping, is just writing data to multiple drives.
No, striping is writing data destined for one drive to back and forth to both drives. You get a performance increase, but you don't have mirror.
Exactly. You're writing data to multiple disks. You're writing.
Right.
You're writing.
Okay,
if you're saving a file, it's breaking it up over multiple disks.
Right. And so
and if something fails, you lose everything.
Right. But what I was saying on striping is that would only be on my personal side. It would only be striped on my personal side. And that would be because on my personal side, really, I've never got anything on my personal computer that I can't afford to lose.
Okay.
Work, it's not that I can't afford to lose it, it's that I can't afford to be without it.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean by striping. Striping, you're not back in it. It doesn't have any.
And that's why the work side would be mirrored, and my side would be striped. The personal side would be striped. There's a 1 terabyte. Oh, shit. I mean, I'd still need to go with 2, but that's not bad.
I mean, there is some performance gain with striping, but...
Yeah. That's a 7200. I could theoretically go with 5400 as long as the cache was big enough. Which, the 72's got a 64 meg cache. Now, so does the 54. What's the price difference? $5? Not even worth it. Yeah, it'd make more sense to go with 72 for $5 difference. Right? Oh, and that's coming directly from, I'm fairly certain anyway, directly from Western Digital.
If you buy 4 drives, you can do a RAID 10.
That would be not beneficial for this system.
Just saying.
I'm very aware.
Because if you buy the same set,
However,
a RAID 10 will stripe it across 2 and then mirror it to another 2.
I'm very aware. I know how a RAID 10 works. And then, in fact, currently my work system runs a RAID 5, which is parity, or essentially striped to 2 drives, and then the stripe on the 3rd drive is parity information, which is enough information to rebuild either stripe from the other 2 drives. So you still get mirroring and performance boost of striping, but you lose that performance boost because of the time it takes to calculate the parity.
True.
Yeah, I unfortunately know now a lot more about RAID than I did. I always swore up and down I'd never have a reason to use that crap. Boy, hell was I wrong. And not necessarily that I do have a reason for it now, but very limited number of tech days. If I can avoid one, for a hard drive issue, then it makes sense. Because I get 5 tech days a year.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and get rid of that, because I would love to go with a black, and I've looked at the stats, and I was a little surprised anyway at how much of a difference there was in performance on them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, after seeing the price on that, I'm almost thinking, since I'm not getting PCIe, there's really no performance increase from going with the M2 like I thought there was. There is a slight one, but unless you're going PCIe M2, it's really not substantial.
Yeah.
Whereas PCIe M2 can get up to 8 gigs a second. So even with the PCIe, for the price difference, it's kind of not worth it, because the PCIe M2 1 terabyte I believe was $400.
Huh.
Yeah. High dollar. Anyway, thoughts? Where did I not just add those blues on here? Blue 1 teras?
Yeah, that's actually not bad. Yeah. Oh, that's why.
Guess not. Are you going to give me an opinion, or?
49 for those. Most likely I'd probably do that.
I was kind of thinking that seems like the way to go now.
$49 for a terabyte over 34 for 500.
Well, considering I'd need 3 500s or 2 terabytes, it would be slightly more expensive to go. The only benefit of the 500
to go with 2.
No, it would be cheaper to go with the 2 1 terabyte blues. The only benefit that you would get from having the 3 500s is if something did happen to a work drive to where you would have to take advantage of that mirror, it wouldn't affect personal. Whereas this one, if one of the drives crashes, I mean, I guess I could just run it 2 separate partitions.
Yeah.
And still have my full terabyte to take advantage of. With them being a brand new Western Digital drive, though, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm really not that concerned that one of them is going to go bad, at least not for a good long while. Oh, shit.
What?
I guess I got them now. I don't need 4 of them. I mean, it would be cool to go with the RAID 10. I would love to see what the performance increase would be, and the mirroring would be nice, but...
Well, really, you've had a ring. You've had a striping setup before, haven't you?
I've never went straight striping.
Oh.
I've always been mirrored or striped parity.
Yeah, there's definitely some advantage to doing 0. But, again, you have to... You know... See, that's why I said with the server, if we got an offsite backup, then I don't care about having a backup here.
That's not what you were saying on the phone earlier, or at least not what I was getting from the way you were saying it.
No, I was talking about having a backup here. I don't want to have to redo the data to re-download it and if I have a Plex server here set up and you have a copy and it's
They copy back and forth every night.
yeah, they're shared with you, then if my drive fails, all I gotta do is get a replacement drive, and then it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, you bring it by the house, we'd have it copied in the day tops, and
Yeah.
this is the case I think I'm gonna end up
To
going.
really, I mean, I could stick it in the. You could just stick it in the server and it would take care of itself, but that's a lot of data transfer.
Oh yeah. And remember, even though we are unlimited in our monthly bandwidth, 8 terabytes is still a hard limit on it.
I thought it was 9.
Not according to Cable One's website. Or that blog they have attached to their new website.
Uh-huh.
But 8 terabytes.
What are they going to do? Send you a letter? You went over, don't do it again?
From my understanding, the 8 terabytes is based on the fair usage law.
Uh-huh. And they're going to send you a letter saying you went over, you need to control it.
That might be the case. I don't know.
That's what they're going to do. They're going to send you a letter and be like, hey, you went over this, and this continues, you're going to have to up your service. You're going to have to pay more.
At that point, from my understanding, there is no paying more. You're basically paying for a second service.
Well, yeah, you're going to pay more. Well, you did it 1 month and it goes back to normal. They're not going to be like, oh, you got to pay.
Well, yeah.
I tell them what big toe to kiss. It wouldn't be a big toe.
Well, you would be quicker to do that if we had another option in town. And Dad and I was just talking about that earlier tonight, actually. He was like, do you really think it's going to be that much better than cable? I was like, what I really think will be that much better is being able to tell Cable One, look, I've got another option, fix it or I'm leaving.
If they ever do it.
Well,
obviously. Or did it quit? Did it die?
It probably did, but it'll come back some year.
I mean, did it die? Did it go away?
It is very possible, but like I said, it'll come back at some year at some point. All right, so I've really got the price on that down considerably anyway, from 7 to 6.
Yeah,
$100. Saved a little bit on hard drive, saved a little bit on the case. I could save some more if I went with like 2 8-gig sticks of RAM. But I don't want to do that because my goal is to eventually have 4 16s to max out the motherboard at 64.
Yeah. See, I think you misunderstood exactly what I want to do.
Probably. We misunderstood each other? No, that couldn't be the case.
See, because when I build the server, it's not going to have a lot of storage in it.
No, I understood that. And then you're going to have a NOS box, and
Yeah.
the server's just going to manage and control that.
Yeah.
I got
So
it.
the server's going to run the software that needs to be ringing, but all the storage is going to be on the NOS box.
Right. You know what I would almost consider doing if I was going to do a setup like that? Just do a direct fiber connection between your NOS and your server, and then just have the server connected to the network. Just a thought.
You could do something like that.
It would be, I would think, the most efficient way to go. I mean, since it's all going to be controlled by the server anyway, it's all going to go.
There's multiple ways to connect the NOS directly to the server. I mean, I would probably do that, yes and no.
Oh, shit.
I'm probably going to have the NOS directly connected to the server so it's got faster access, but have the NOS on the network.
Well, and that makes sense too. I mean,
To be able to.
I wasn't saying necessarily not to have it connected to the network, just go with purple, by the way, for the NOS. Or, well,
Purple.
technically go with red, but Western Digital Reds are...
Yeah, the reds
No.
on that.
Well, reds are the NOS hard drive.
Uh-huh.
Purple are the recommended hard drive for systems that are going to be on 24/7. Purple is for, like, security camera drives. So in my opinion, it would make more sense to go with purple.
But a NOS is not. The drives aren't accessed all the time. That's why you can get
What's
away with
having
red.
that? I mean, purples are not that much more expensive, really. I mean, I was looking earlier. What you can get like a 4 terabyte. There's a 4 terabyte purple for 111.
No, I'm looking. Well, actually, there's a 10 terabyte for $292. That's not bad. $292 for a 10.
I mean, what I would like to do ideally, not ideally for my wallet, but
Hell, it's cheaper.
cheaper to go with the purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, that,
The red is $309 for a 10T.
like I said, I did.
But I don't know, something.
Well, and you might want to get on Western Digital and read their exact specifications for why this is classified X and that's classified Y. But I was just telling you what I had noticed price-wise and for what they're quote-unquote rated for. In my opinion, it makes more sense to go purple.
Now they're up to 14T.
You stupid motherfucker. When I put you in a category, that's because I want to be in that category. I did the search in that category earlier. I know there are results in that category.
The reds are for like a small business. Let's see.
Reds, from the reading I did, are, I mean, and it says right there on that red, NAS.
There's red, there's Iron Wolf, there's Iron Wolf Pro, and there's Exos.
You're talking about different,
No?
well, they're all Western Digitals?
Yep. It's a Western Digital Iron Wolf.
Oh.
NOS storage, yep. The Superior NOS drives. I'm on their website now.
I do not want movies and TV.
Yeah, you do.
Stupid freaking thing.
Okay. If I can come up with something here.
I mean, in my opinion, if I could afford it, this would be the way to go for all my hard drives.
The gold standard.
Western Digital Gold.
Well, the red, I'm trying to find it on the purple. The red has 1,000,000 hours of runtime.
Well, it's what they're rated for.
Yeah, without failure.
All of the M2s are rated for 1.5 million. Or at least in the black.
Well, I can't find it on the purples.
I've seen data sheets for all of them.
1.5 million for the purples.
Okay, so the purples line up with the blacks, which the blacks are just considered
For
performance.
10 terabyte, or it actually depends on the drive you grab, the drive number you grab, because some of them are 1 million.
Oh yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4 terabyte, 6 terabyte, 8 terabyte, all. It's only a Pacific 10 and 12 terabyte that is 1.5.
I like these golds though, because I mean, you're not going to find any other drive. Oh crap, I didn't see that. 2.5 million on gold. And the biggest cache out of any drive I've seen through Western Digital for the 10 terabyte. Also $400.
Yeah. That doesn't have nothing to do with it. You got the money.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, you know. I got that nice little...
Gold is data center drives, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gold is, I mean, technically they're end all be all. They're...
Yeah, and they're manufactured before failure. Their mean time before failure is 22.5 million.
Yep.
That's on the 10 and 12. 6 terabyte and below are 2 million.
Well, still, that's better than any of their other.
Yeah, it's double the capacity, but well, the price isn't double the price though.
Well, and I'm not. I mean, oh crap! There's a refurbished gold for $99.
Yeah, but I wouldn't hold it to the same standards.
But then, also compare the cache size. Since you're looking at that.
I've already shut that down. I was looking at it.
Oh, okay. Well, like the smaller drives, like an 8 and a 4, are 128 megabytes.
But that's really, if you stop and think about that for a second, the 10 terabyte red is 304. The 10 terabyte gold is 399. That's really not a big price difference for the
but the
runtime.
purple is, if I recall, like a lot cheaper.
294.
294. Oh well, it's not that much cheaper.
I mean, I can double check again, but it's not that much cheaper. Ken, it's 292. That's what I found one for.
For the purple?
Yeah. So it's really not that. I mean, so you're basically talking $100.
Well, $100 to the gold. It's, I mean, what, $20 to the red?
Yeah.
What's the runtime difference on the purple and the red?
Depending on the model number of the hard drive, it's 1.5 on the purple.
Right.
And 1 on the red. And 2 on the gold.
Okay. Well, we're getting kind of off topic.
A little bit.
Thank you for the input on the hard drives for my new computer and moving forward.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm not going to get anything else done.
You're not getting anything else done anyway.
Well, I'm going to try. I wonder, probably not, since I've got a laptop and that stuff.
Yeah.
That's out an i5, so if the laptop had the same socket.
Yeah.
Definitely not recommended to transport stuff like this, guys. However, in a jam, as long as you're careful when you're packing it all in.
No, it says New Year's Eve live stream, live now.
I renamed it to Thursday Night Work. So
That's how people.
I guess the settings just didn't update.
Did you rename it before you started?
Yeah.
Broadcasting?
Yep. Again, not recommended to pack everything in like this. I was in a...
Yeah, because you're live.
Did you rename it before you started broadcasting? Yep.
That's kind of interesting. We'll eventually be doing a video on that. That's a Pelter thermal electric module. And it's just kind of rigged up to that power supply just because I was playing. But
Yeah, I think you didn't have it. You must have not had it changed.
I had it changed. It may not have saved before I went live, but
That's what happened.
when I logged in, it was showing Thursday Night Work. When I logged back in.
Yeah, you're live right now.
Well, oh well. I mean, is it that big of a deal? Obviously, nobody's watching. I mean, if you really want, we can kill it and change it.
I'm just trying to figure out what happened.
My producer wasn't producing, so I had to do it all myself.
Yeah.
And what's sad is I brought this whole computer just to protect this. There's a nice little 6-core processor we got there, an AMD Phenom 2X6. And yeah, again, I brought the whole computer to protect that piece. You know, and make it easier to carry all that extra junk that I probably won't end up needing. But this motherboard is definitely no good. We've got another system that we suspect has either a bad processor or a bad motherboard, but we're going to use that good Phenom 2X6 there to confirm which one that is. I mean, this, once you get it, once it processes, you'll be able to take it down and I would think make a video or two out of it. Something diagnosing the motherboard.
Yeah.
This case here is in dire need of some cleaning. This is actually an old server that we've had forever and a day. Nice Antec 900 case. And
I think your screen froze.
it's still showing on my side.
Maybe it just took a while. Oh.
I was gonna say you're still waiting in the delay there. Hey, thought you didn't have a graphics card.
I forgot about that one, apparently.
So I think that's nicer than the one I gave you.
I don't know.
I mean, it may be older and therefore not have as much power, but I don't know. I thought we had some. Well, let's just add a power.
I said I was unaware. I didn't say no, I said unaware. There's a huge difference between no and unaware.
I just remembered having some at some point and didn't remember using them on anything.
Yeah.
And we evidently got some mice.
Huh?
Evidently got some mice.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I mean, I didn't make any turds in this case. I don't
At
know.
one point, there was. We had to poison, remember?
Yeah, I do remember that, but
Member?
ooh, I don't like that.
What?
Fan pin's been bent. I don't like that much at all. Ooh, I don't like that either. Freaking mice. Mice chewing on cords.
Yeah.
That could be why this thing died.
No.
I know. Why has this thing got a... This was a Zambezi, wasn't it?
No, I don't think so.
Evidently not. It's got an Intel cooler on it.
Yeah, it was a true. That's a true server. That was purchased as a server.
I don't think it's like got a Xeon processor or anything.
I don't remember the processor. It's been how many years ago?
I wonder if it's an LGA. Okay, so we may not be using that processor, but I actually have an i5 that we may be using for this.
Yeah.
Gotta love saving all your old dead computer parts, or well, possibly dead.
Mm-hmm.
And normally I would say taking this up is a bad idea since we don't have any replacement. It is a Xeon. Holy crap. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not going to be the same socket thing.
Yeah.
But the bracket's the same, so I'm going to double check before I just go with no.
If not.
Well, unfortunately, you are probably correct. But, what does it hurt to check?
Well, I didn't say for check. I can get touch the snot.
By the way, definitely recommend compressed air. You know, like canned compressed air, or out of a air compressor with a filter on it. Not you know, blowing directly on a processor socket or any other part of the motherboard for that matter.
You can test it, but I don't think I'm pretty sure it's motherboard.
It's not going to hurt to pull it, and I mean, it's not going to work in what it's in right now. And I've got to pull it out anyway to get the graphite pad, since we don't have any heat sink paste.
Yeah.
Do you have some drive space here that do you want to start copying the movie drive? I grabbed it, brought it in case you did. You realize you can even run the server on Windows.
Yeah, I know.
And you can set it up a million different times and have it running a million different instances on the same license.
Uh-huh.
Just putting it out there. I might, if this doesn't work, end up stealing that heatsink. Unless you're opposed to that. I'm looking for another one to get that filter on it. Well, it looks really close. I'll get this out here soon. Here is my TIM, my thermal interface material. It is a nice little graphite pad. I've seen a couple videos where what's his name, like Linus Tech Tips. Is that the guy I'm thinking of?
Well, Linus Tech Tips is a big tech channel.
Well, I've seen a couple people do some reviews on them. They aren't necessarily quite as effective as the higher end pastes, but they're reusable, which is worth a lot when you tear down systems a lot. Which I'm a firm believer that anything that you're going to be using is probably never done.
Yeah,
Huh?
I'm just laughing.
At me?
Yes.
Okay. Why? What did I do?
Just laughing at you.
Okay.
That's
Does
what
that mean
happened.
I can't see it on? Does that mean you can't say what you're laughing about on camera, or?
No, it's just I'm laughing about the whole setup thing on this tonight. That's exactly what you did.
What?
You went live before all the settings took effect.
Well, I changed the settings.
Yeah, but you got to give it a minute. You can't just change and then go.
I don't like waiting.
You know.
I mean,
But when you do that, then you mess up the Patreon stuff.
flipping A.
What?
I want to be ghetto, but it so would not work and so cause more problems in the
What are you
future.
trying to do?
Okay, so the pins
Line up.
pretty much line up.
Yeah.
What doesn't line up is this little notch on the two sides.
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
I know.
If the processor's good, it won't be.
Right. I'm aware. I'm not going to do it. It just sounded like a bad idea.
You know, if you're doing this, if you want to do video, you actually should take this full screen or change, because we just got a little circle behind that.
Thanks for saying something.
Well, I was just thinking about it.
Yeah. A little better.
It's like all we see is
All right. So now we're stuck with a dilemma, because I know we don't have another server board that will accept a Xeon processor. And unfortunately, without another Xeon processor or another motherboard that will accept a Xeon processor, we have no way to determine for certain whether the processor is bad or the motherboard is bad or both.
Well,
so this is probably going to continue to sit in the corner until it's not worth
till basically we're just using the
anything
case.
anymore. Yeah. Well, I mean,
The case looks like it needs to be cleaned.
It needs a dire cleaning. You know, I guess if I pulled the processor information, we could look and see if we could find anything motherboard wise.
Well, we could
I
do
mean, price them both and see. I mean, if we buy one and find out we need to buy the other, how much are we going to be out?
that. Yeah.
But at the same time, if we're going to buy a server board that's going to accept a Xeon, then why not get a server board that's got dual processors and RAM slots? And I mean, because they're really not that expensive.
No, we start
surprisingly inexpensive.
Because depending if we're going to turn that into a server, we're going to turn that into what?
I don't care. I mean, the case is cool. I mean, the case should be in use for something. Other than that, I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Because it's got a ton of hard drive bays. But
well, if I recall, we modified that to be that way.
No.
Yeah, because we had to buy the two bottom.
It was built that way.
Well,
you have to buy the adapters to make.
Yeah, it was built to have these add-in parts. We actually replaced these two. Because originally it had the 3 bays up top, and these were just flat with fans in there.
Yeah.
And we bought the inserts that allow all of those to be hard drive bays.
Dang, you can tell that thing's been sitting in storage forever.
Yeah, well, before we put it into commission, if we ever do, it will definitely require a good cleanup. However, spending my time right now to do so would be a bit of a waste.
It might be better as a mouse box versus a server.
Well, that's what we had there.
That's what I mean.
I mean, it was our quote-unquote server, but at the time we were still working with customers, and
we're still working with customers now.
Well, anyway, yeah, so it was just basically a file server. We used it to back everything up. Yeah, I'm not going to put that. If we do have to buy a new processor, it will come with a new heatsink.
Should.
Well, if we buy a new processor, which I usually won't go used on something like that.
Yeah, you're trying to put the wrong case on that side, by the way.
Trying to put the wrong side for. Yeah, you didn't even give me the side for this one.
It's right here.
Well, and I don't necessarily need it. I'm going to keep this crap out so we can kind of go through it and see what we might.
Cleaning too.
Well,
the whole darn thing needs cleaned.
For now, it needs put back in storage until we can do something with it. Because if we clean it now, we're going to end up cleaning it again. Oh, and that's been bent by something awful.
Looks like it got hit.
Something.
Yeah, it got smacked sitting underneath there. Probably with the air compressor, because that's where it was sitting.
Yeah, you know, your teenage kids driving on their compressor like they're freaking.
I don't know if it was out here in there.
I was thinking chicken.
I don't think it was even out here then.
The impact button? Oh, but still. Okay. You might be right. Alright, so that one is out of the question. Darn it. Well, that makes me wonder then. And this one will be a little more difficult. Oh, crud. Ah.
Fall down, knock things over.
No, I'm pulling the light with me, though.
Now we're just staring at your crotch.
I see that. That's inappropriate. Come on, guys.
Like,
Yeah, I know. We don't have electric controls on the camera. That's what it is. Yeah. Oh, crap. Well, that's a little better. Still looking down at me, but better than looking up into my nose, I guess. Oh, I can't sit like that. Alright, so we got a graphics card, which that is a known good working graphics card. Because, yeah, I had that one in.
or at least we think it is.
Oh, I know it is.
It has been functioning for a while. So
You're thinking wrong graphics card. This
Oh.
one was in use last week.
oh, okay.
So, at least as of last week, that one was working.
Yeah.
This one is the one you're thinking of, which happens to be an NVIDIA. NVIDIA nothing. Just NVIDIA. That's so old it's just plain old NVIDIA. With Crossfire. NVIDIA with Crossfire. Yeah, with Crossfire. So, I'm willing to bet it's an NVIDIA something.
Yeah.
Could be wrong. Probably an NVIDIA something. This one is also an NVIDIA. And it's a GeForce 210, so it's a old, worn out nothing or something. And we got some random cords, and let's fix that because I don't like that. I'm either not looking at the camera or having to freaking crane my neck. Oh, yeah. We totally should have got like an electric tripod.
An electric tripod.
Oh, yeah, it's something. Let's see, is that better or worse? Yeah, not really better. How about that? Like that?
Yeah.
No, darn it. I didn't really mess with that one, so I'll grab the other first. Maybe? It's not bad. Alright. What? What's your problem is? What are you? Sound like a woman over there.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so up next is... Darn it, I was really hoping that was a Zambezi. And we don't have a dead Zambezi, do we?
No.
I thought we did.
Nope.
And you said you got the other one working, it was just that power supply. That's right. Got it. Gosh, never know what you're gonna find with us.
Well, that's kind of a duh.
Bang connector, complete with very own spider included.
With his very own spider, huh?
Well, spider carcass. Ethernet cable. God only know if it works. If you believe in God, Buddha, Zeus, you know, whoever,
Something.
or nothing. It's all up to you. To each their own. Okay, nice long SATA data cable. Several SATA data cables. It's almost like we were using that box for a file server or something. All these data cables.
Oh.
Make fun of me, gosh. That's for our audience to do. What is that? Male to male USB-A? That's a random cord. Huh?
Oh, 146.
Male to male USB-A. Got no idea what we would have been using that for. I'm sure it was something that was probably not too important considering where the wire ended up. PCIe, dual Molex to PCIe connector. Single Molex to dual SATA. Always handy. Couple good old computer power cords.
Wow, that's
What?
4x4 gig, 4x2. You can't be.
He's talking crap on me over there, I think.
No, I was looking at this server.
Oh, are you looking at that freaking, that one I sent you earlier?
No, I'm looking at this HP Pro Lite. $170.
Okay, watch out for those.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been looking at them quite heavily.
Yeah.
And, a lot of them will say in the description that it includes X processor and X RAM and this and that and the other.
Yeah.
And then down in the questions and answers, will say as a bare bones system, this includes motherboard case and power supplies.
Yeah, and I'd go off.
Yeah, well, me too. And I actually turned a couple of them in for having incorrect information.
Because this one says it's a server with two.
Yeah, and I would expect to get
Xeon quad core.
Yep.
E5 345,
And in
24
fact,
gig RAM, and 646 gig hard drives.
Yeah, you're definitely looking at one that I've
At
already
170.09.
In fact, let's pull up my list here.
And redundant. I'm reading it.
Server.
But it doesn't say anything about. See, I'm down here looking at the questions. I'll see more questions.
HP ProLiant DL30 G4. No, that one's too high dollar. You're not looking at that one.
No. It's a DL360.
DL36 G7.
60.
DL360 G7.
G5.
G5. I got a big long list of servers saved here. 64-bit server, 2 times quad core Xeon E5430s. All right, that would be the
Too cool.
1U.
It's a 1U.
Yep. All right. So we are
I
looking
think
at
so. Yeah, it's a 1U.
24 gigs mem, 6 146 hard drives.
Yep. 910Ks.
Yep. I almost be willing to bet that is because those are SAS hard drives.
Yep.
And that is
how many physical processors, and is there extra slot to upgrade? This item have only 2 X-Core processor CPUs.
Oh, so it actually does come with it.
By the seller for $170. I mean, I'm trying to find out where it says it's for parts.
Well, I will say that, I mean, I did find a couple that were legit working systems. And, I mean, the prices on them were relatively amazing. And the reason I suspect that is servers being so personalized.
Well, this doesn't have an OS, which I don't need.
Well, obviously. I mean,
but that would run everything I wanted to run without batting an eye.
The one thing that when I buy my server, I want to make sure of, which pretty much any server that's actually a server will have no trouble with, but I will need to make sure that it will be able to be a virtualization server, because since I am going to go strictly to Linux,
Mm-hmm.
I know for sure that in order to get software to work that I'm not going to want to fight with,
You want to be able to run VMs on it.
yeah, I want to be able to VM a Windows box.
Well, this guy says he runs 3 on this particular machine.
Well, and that doesn't surprise me. Virtualization servers, I mean, will run several.
But I'm just saying for what I'm wanting to do, that would be a nice little.
And that's what I mean, you remember me telling you I found several servers for under $200 that were nice, used. But
No Rails, no operating system, which we don't need Rails or operating systems.
maybe eventually, but as far as the Rails.
Yeah. It comes with the. Yeah.
But I mean, I will say even like for example, this that's on my screen here. I guess you can't see it. This that's on my screen here. This rolling server rack.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking $281. Like getting any official server rack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
I'd probably build my something out, my own something.
My dad's got a garage full of woodworking tools. I'm certain I can make some wood, except a server.
Well, you know what? I mean, how most brackets are. I mean, they're just a piece that screws into a piece of metal. I can put a 4-inch screw into something that'll hold 250 pounds of screw. It ain't coming down.
So, did you have hard drive space? Do you want to get something copied?
Only thing I've got that 1 terabyte there. I've never done anything with.
Does it run?
You gave it to me, so the answer is I don't know.
Did I tell you it ran? Did I tell you I tested it? Did I tell you I didn't know?
I think you said it ran. Because I was gonna turn it into a standard hard drive because of running out of room on them.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because you were fighting that small solid state.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've got my passport for.
That's one mistake I'll never do again.
Well, and you'll notice all the solid states I was looking at were terabytes.
I will never make that mistake again. However, if I switched it over to Ubuntu, I don't think it'd be an issue at all. For the most part.
Oh, well, yeah, Ubuntu takes very little hard drive space, and like any of the system files, you can partition over to a separate hard drive quite easily.
Yeah.
Hell, if you're on an LVM, you can just expand into like you would a Stripe drive, only since it's sequential, it wouldn't give you the benefits of the Stripe. But, just expand it over.
Used very good. It's 170.90. Free shipping is $199. Used very good.
Do you want to see about maybe giving me a hand? I mean, I'm pretty sure we're not going to get anywhere with it. If you don't want to mess with it, then it is what it is.
Give you a hand on what?
This i5 system.
Not while you're live, no?
Well, I didn't mean on camera. But some people so camera shy. Anyway, this is the one that was beeping 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've done everything I can think. Made sure that, the socket's clean. And tried, I believe I tried all 6 different. But, I mean, is there anything you can think of? I've tried unhooking everything that can be unhooked from the motherboard to make sure nothing was shorting, or...
You tried the RAM.
Yep. Up to 6 different pieces of RAM.
Known working RAM.
Yep, they all worked in the system the Phenom came out of.
Okay.
Or at least 4 of them were working in that system.
Okay.
Now, storing RAM like that, obviously, you can't promise anything now.
Yeah.
But odds are it all still works. just letting you know that I don't recommend storing it like that.
It's usually a bad idea.
Because, like that, if you, forget to ground yourself out and zap one piece, well, you probably just zapped them all. Anyway, do you want to start with the processor seat and move it over there? You want to look at it?
I don't know if you've done all that. I don't know what more I can do.
Well, maybe it'll like you better.
Probably not.
Maybe. Good news is, once I get my system built, I should be able to make my old system my server. So if we can get one of these running.
Mm-hmm.
That's another system.
Yeah.
I know the problem. I mean, I'm sure you'll identify it pretty quick too, but that dang 4-letter word on it. That dang 4-letter word on it. That'll kill any good piece of equipment.
It just beeps 5 times.
Beeps 5 times. Stops beeping for a good second or two, and then beeps 5 times, and then stops beeping. Yeah, repeats.
Isn't this a Dell?
That lovely 4-letter word.
So what you want me to do with it?
Huh? Not the obvious solution of just throwing it away. To get it to post, that would be ideal.
Well, there's no power supply in it. There's no.
Well, I can resolve all of that.
But I've got a solution. Hold on.
You gonna scratch that 4-letter word off and see if that fixes it?
Right.
There's power supply, there's memory, there's heatsink.
CMOS battery failure.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that's fixed. I mean, assuming this one's good, but... Well, yeah, I know this one's good. It was just fired up the other day.
It's 4 beeps as a RAM failure.
What?
I give you the answer, then I gotta do the work myself.
Because I got so much more room. Plus an audience to keep unentertained.
There is no audience.
I know, but they could watch it later. He could watch it later.
There wasn't supposed to be an audience.
We do have two Patreons now, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other one's name? Jones? Jack? Jones?
Jack and Jill. Jack and Jill.
No, wait, that's one of my alt Facebook accounts, I think. I don't freaking know. I'm so bad at this stuff. Patreon.com.
That'll work anyway. You've got that.
What? Oh, you're gonna need that too, since you don't have any thermal interface.
Yeah, I just realized that. I started to push the fucker down there.
Yeah, and those wires,
We're jacked up.
well,
That's good information.
it was modified. I can look up the pin out again if need be, but I know the black goes on the outside. Ground goes. Yeah, the black goes there, and then the red goes, obviously. Alright, and I'm going to put this back in its socket so it doesn't get damaged. Because we do still have two systems that it might be handy for at some point. Right?
Wow, dude.
What?
Wow. You got all kinds of shit shoved in this.
What do I got shoved in there?
Cables.
Oh, well. Again, I don't recommend using computers as a backpack to store stuff while you're transporting. But, in a pinch, it can work.
What do I do when this will work? I have to find a freaking power.
And the green, the remote wire or whatever, the one that powers it on, may be loose, so make sure it pushes down.
What?
That power supply?
What junk are you giving me to test with?
That's because it's been used to test other equipment.
Junk. You're giving me junk.
Hey, okay. If we make this work, then I just built you a server for nothing.
Doesn't change.
I'll build me a server and you can have my own one.
Doesn't change the fact.
Well, I didn't say it did.
Did you bring a power adapter with it? You've got nothing hooked up
A
here.
power adapter? I know. I told you. I unhooked it all trying to diagnose.
Oh, God.
What do you mean a power adapter? A power cord?
Yeah.
There's two of them that just came out of the 900 on the
You
table.
know, what
behind
was that to do? I don't care about all that. All I want to do is power it on, see if it doesn't beat.
Yeah, the power button is still hooked up. And there's two power cords on the table behind you.
Oh, was that the... Oh, so much.
What? That's the power supply that came in it. Is that what you're asking?
No. Piece of shit, Dale.
This guy didn't know how to hook up computers.
What?
Huh?
What are you mouthing?
He's too used to those socket processors.
The what?
The socket processors. Or
Socket.
the slot, whatever. I don't know, the stuff that was before my time.
Well, that'd be just anything made in the last 2 weeks. So, hey.
Pretty sure in the last 2 weeks we celebrated my 30th birthday on the channel.
Doesn't mean you knew what you were doing.
It means that the equipment was not before my time.
Well, you know.
I'd be upset if it was just a frickin' CMOS battery. Are you serious?
I hope I can find the damn power button.
Oh, it's on the top. I didn't like where they put them on those XPS. Should be POS. But, you know.
Well, there it is. Okay.
I'm not hearing any beeps.
No, it's on. Spinning.
Got it hooked up to a monitor? You getting post?
No, I haven't got it hooked to a monitor.
Oh, I did bring that, which you can have/use. I don't need it or use it for anything.
But yeah, that's all I would get would be a little bit of post.
Would you be more likely to use it out here in
What's that?
the HDMI switch? Would you be likely to use it at all?
Hard to tell. Definitely not in there.
Oh. I mean, if you got an extra port and you don't think
Right
you
now, I
use
don't think I'll use it, but we start getting everything set up, and I'm like,
it,
hey, yeah, it doesn't beat.
I hear that. I'm very excited about that because I might just have, got me an i5 server, which is awesome.
Almost shut.
Does it have HDMI?
I have nothing on it.
Does it have any video?
It does have an HDMI.
It does have an HDMI.
It does.
Whoa! Insane. Oh, crap. Oh.
Let me unplug this power supply because I don't want to fall down in there.
I'm going to have to move your... Or, well, here, I'll just hook it up that way. That 90 was arguing with me.
What one did you plug it into?
The only other one you got. 2.
Are you sure?
No. Let me see if I can put my eyeball right up in these people's face. Nope, it's in one. Because you were already on 2.
Of course, it doesn't show anything because I've got this. Let's plug that back in.
That was a nice little power flicker.
Huh?
You see the lights flicker a little bit?
Uh-uh.
No, maybe it's just me.
Hey, do you want to come over here and look at something?
Oh my god. CMOS battery, really? That is...
I'm getting keyboard failure. I don't have enough hooked up to do
Well, we
much.
don't have a keyboard.
Check some error, F2, some.
That upsets me.
I'm getting
Because 90% of systems, and correct me if I'm wrong, 90% of systems will at least post.
I think your power
without
supply just went out though.
Well, that would surprise me. Are you sure? Is it smoke or? I'm
Something.
smoking, so.
Little light went off.
Where's the green wire? Put it back there.
Well, go hit power. They're fired up. So there you go.
That is awesome. It's bull stuff.
So what does 5 beats on a on a system mean?
CMOS battery, possibly. 90% of systems, correct me if I'm wrong, 90% of systems will post at least without a CMOS battery at all. Am I wrong? I mean, they'll post and they'll say, your CMOS has been cleared.
Not on Dell's though.
Freaking God, I hate that 4-letter word. It's almost as bad as getaway.
So sit down, look into the screen, and go, what happens when you're Dell?
Well, it'd be more effective if I could put that screen on the screen. But anyway, wait. I might be able to some fancy way with the green screen and whatnot.
Why won't this thing? Oh, I hate this.
Did you know there's that keyboard that I brought in with it? In case you... Oh, hey Michael.
Hey,
You
Michael.
got the shot glasses. Well, thanks for the Merry Christmas and the Happy New Year.
Is he still there? Did he...
I don't have any idea. I just looked down and seen that we had messages. Let me get into that little doohickey mabobber. Oh, not Yahoo. What the hell?
Oh, he's still here.
How's it going tonight, Michael?
I don't think Big's still here. We didn't notice he was here because this was supposed to be a unlisted video and somebody just doesn't know what he's doing.
Well, our producer wasn't producing, so imagine that.
Because I was waiting on somebody to get their head out of their butt, but anyway.
Anyway, glad you joined us. And yeah.
Yeah, we just so there's your diagnosis anyway.
Awesome. So I got an i5 server. Sweet. Well, an i5 system.
Tore this thing apart for a CMOS battery.
Oh my god. Well, it was already.
That's as bad as tearing apart with Big Buddy for an empty propane bottle.
It was all already torn apart. Okay, that thing had been sitting in my dad's storage shed for like who knows how long.
Anyway,
He was keeping it to eventually give to me, which doesn't surprise me.
all right.
What? Huh?
Oh, he said he'd be checking, and he had a friend come by.
Oh.
Yeah, this is just a normal Thursday night work. So.
Yeah, doing all kinds of randomness.
Okay, so I'm putting it back in here. You can build it.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Now that you know what the...
I can't. That is upsetting.
It's funny.
Upsetting.
It's funny.
I'm upset by it.
That did not go anywhere where I wanted it.
I think you missed a little bit.
Oh no, I hit it. It bounced off the cup. And back onto the floor. But I hit where I was aiming. Oh, crap. Okay, so that's been tested and done.
Alright, so what was that third thing I had on my list?
I don't know.
Because we already looked into the what I needed to purchase.
Mm-hmm.
And now we've dealt with the diagnosis of that.
Yep.
Well, there was a third thing.
I don't know what the third thing was. I don't remember.
Yeah,
Really,
what was
really
the
don't.
third one?
I know you said 3, but I don't remember what the third one was.
We might need to look back on the video. You know, that is the one perk of being recorded.
Mm-hmm. Well, I could go back. When did you say it at the beginning?
You know, within the first some amount of time.
Only problem is we get some feedback.
Not if you keep the audio muted.
I went to do the update now.
How am I going to know what you said?
Hold up, you got some.
Oh, do the automatic closed captioning.
You got shit to do.
What?
No. Something we were talking about at the beginning of the video. What the hell?
I don't know. Follow-up vid? What do you... Huh? Somebody asked for a follow-up vid. A follow-up on what?
On an app that I had done a long time ago.
Oh,
We need to get back into doing regular videos.
I would concur.
Hi, Mia. How you doing tonight?
Hey, Mia came in. That's right. And it won't be feedback because I mean, it's so much of a delay. I wish you'd quit changing that. It really aggravates me.
Changing what?
The
Glad to hear it.
dark mode.
I don't change it.
Oh, well, then it just doesn't hold the setting.
That's strange, isn't it?
I don't like dark mode anyway.
I don't like light mode.
Shut up. I win.
I've been hanging out with Lauren too much.
Oh,
I mean, it is unlisted right now.
yeah,
You looking
you
at
got
it
it.
yet?
Oh, well, it's me. Yeah.
Well, I mean, not that I mind, but it's supposed to be like a Patreon exclusive thing.
Yeah, we know what you did.
I haven't even got it posted on Patreon yet. You don't know what you're doing.
No, not at all.
That's why I always
Is
do
there
it.
any surprise?
No, not at all.
Obviously, not always.
If you would have said, hey, do you got it set up on Patreon? I'd be like, oh, no, I'll get that done.
That's funny though.
This is for anybody, or
What are you looking? I don't know. I can kind of watch what you got. If you do Patreons only, then that's Patreon only.
well,
You can publish now.
who's supposed to get it?
Patreon. Or this would be, no, actually this would be a tier, and you would select the other tier.
The other tier.
Anyway, we got a couple watches.
Like tier? It's not like the other
Yeah.
one. I'm still playing on mine, so.
Yeah,
Which tier?
it's the, yeah, that tier. Yeah, we'll get it figured out. Maybe. How does it work?
You're all set. Ooh, Richard.
What is today? The third?
Oh, well, crap.
You don't want a schedule.
Obviously.
You want a.
I want to go.
You will publish now.
Yeah, publish now. $9 a month though. They get like 50 cents for every $5 subscriber or whatever.
I thought you said it right in there.
Something like that.
Do what?
Well, after you were done correcting me.
Why does it say $9 a month? Because we've got 2 Patreons.
Yeah, for $5 a month each.
Yeah, and Patreon gets a piece of the pie.
Okay. That's what I asked. Is they get 53 or 50 cents out of each.
Yeah, they get a piece of the pie. That's how they say in business.
Well, that definitely helps, which is cool.
Oh,
Found a GL driver
oh yeah?
for this, and now I'm not getting any rendering lag. Or, well, still getting a little bit, but nowhere near as bad as it was. I think I scared me off. You still there? I wasn't trying to run you off. Although Thursday is probably going to be pretty boring most of the time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
my plan for tonight was to build a computer, order a new computer, or at least components for a new computer, and put together a server. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Oh, so I was going to put that together.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know. Let me catch up on my games, and then I might have to do that. Something like that. Catch up on my games, and then I might have to do that. Hey, I just said that.
Damn, I'm glad
Huh?
I should have held on a little bit longer
For what?
to the gold before I sold it.
Oh,
It went up by a little higher, which is no big deal.
yeah.
It'll come back down. It always does.
Well, if you're going to do that a lot, I imagine you'll get to the point where you'll always have some of each.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm about there.
Man, wow, that went straight up like a rocket.
What?
Somebody must have made a big purchase there or something.
Oh,
I was just kind of looking at it. Like,
Like on the 1st and the 15th,
mm-hmm.
if you're going between euro and gold,
Mm-hmm.
that would be a great day to expect it to shoot. I don't know which way exactly.
Okay, what are they doing? Buying gold?
The members fund
Mm-hmm.
trades all its gold into euros before it pays out for the shares market.
Well, that's a euro to gold price, not a gold to USD price.
I said gold to euro. didn't I?
You said gold to euro.
Yeah.
But I'm not trading gold and euro. I'm trading.
Not yet, but I
Not-
mean, eventually that would be the goal, I would assume.
Yeah. Right now I'm doing gold to USD. Yeah, depend. They trade all their gold to euro.
Yeah, to do the payout.
So they're buying euro.
Yes.
Which means since they're buying it,
It would go down. I would
it goes up.
It goes up.
Yep. When you buy it, it goes up. It raises the price. When you sell, it lowers the price.
Okay.
So, if they're buying a bunch of euro, if you have euro, you would wait till it got up to the end and then you would sell yours into gold and you'd get a bunch more gold for it, wait till it dropped back down, and then buy back your euro.
Assuming it does drop back down.
Yeah.
Which it's still new enough of a game that market is still not necessarily. What I do like about it though is you can check back like a considerable ways.
They didn't let me.
Really?
I mean, I can look at the transaction history, but not the chart.
Oh, well, yeah, not the chart, but the transactions. That's what I was meaning.
But what I've noticed, it stays within, in a day, it stays pretty level. I mean, because it was at, I mean, now it's up to 3,925, but it earlier had dropped down to 3,800.
The other day, I want to say I made a transaction at 3.7 something.
Yeah. Well, I made one at 3.8 something, and then
It's still that he's staying live until 2020.
who's that?
eCash.
Oh,
He said he's got 2 cameras set up on his farm that he's going to keep live until 2020. He said that on Christmas Eve when
Yeah.
I did my stream, he popped in and jumped on Discord and chatted for a minute. It was kind of fun.
he's gonna leave it running. We talked about that in another chat too, about setting something up, making it go live.
Well, yeah.
But I don't know. It's an idea.
If our farm would ever get set back up.
Well, it's Thursday. I had an idea for that too, but
Oh, what was that?
well, I think we should start doing regular videos. Right?
Well, yeah, that's
So-
part of the channel.
I'm gonna throw something at you. Anyway, get some green paper and put it on that wall. Hang up the framework. And then
Just a thought, you may not like it,
mm-hmm.
but I mean, we don't have any green paper, but this thing comes back down about 3/4 of the way behind itself there.
Talk about cutting it.
Yeah,
I'd rather get like the black drape and hang it up there.
well, that would work.
And then we could, but see, the only problem with that is you'd have to screw through it
Staple.
or staple through it. But how are you going to hang the farm without screwing through it?
Well, if we had an extra baker track, we could actually, hang it from another baker track above it.
I mean, you could chain it or something.
That's
But
what I meant, like, daisy chain the rack, or the
Mhm.
baker tracks. Just a thought.
But anyway, get that set up so we can move the camera and put it on it. And then we can do something along the line showing it hooked up, and then like start setting up each phone onto an app, doing a video on that app, and whether we do 1 or 2 or 3 every Thursday, make that part of the process.
How you doing, RJV? I think I'll let you decide on that message there.
That stream is retarded. What stream?
I assume he's talking about.
Oh, he's talking about another. That's personal opinion.
Well, I
He's
agree.
entitled
but-
to it.
Well, I mean, eCash has always been good to us. So
But anyway, yeah, we're just chatting. I don't know if you're still in here, but
Yeah, sorry. Thursday's not really an official stream day. It's I made a mistake today and didn't wait for a setting to update, and so we are available to the general public today. But generally, this is a Patreon only stream that includes all the bloopers, and it's just raw, uncut, whatever we're working on that day footage.
and then if we get something good, we'll take it out and release it. But,
Right.
so. I'm going to actually put that something. I don't know if anybody's.
Well, I don't know if you update it now if it'll change it.
Here, I'm going to do something in that. Should have done this a long time ago.
I think it's about time to call it, actually. Almost 11. And if we're going to start moving stuff to set the farm up.
I don't think he's in here. We'll just have to remind everybody on Monday that's what's going on if they come in.
Well, I mean, we can put it in the description if we're going to leave this public.
It'll go unpublished as soon as it goes out.
Well, I mean, that's the way it should be, but
It's the way it's all the settings are set once you changed it.
I did not. The only setting I changed was the one there that is, you know, this stream is X. And then the title. Which I think you said that didn't need an update.
It didn't.
So, you know, Happy New Year's. A little late. And thanks. That stream's retarded. Gosh, we're more. Anyway. I think he was talking about us.
Hey. Okay. You think who was talking about us?
RJB?
Well, that we're retarded?
Yeah.
Well, you know. It wasn't too long ago that we were talking and we got off and then we noticed that he was on there. But
So I think, are we ready to call it? I think we're pretty much done for the night.
yeah, well, what I was talking about was once we get that up there,
Mm-hmm.
and we get the main farm up there,
Mm-hmm.
and we can do a video of that,
Yeah.
and basically setting back up the farm.
And
And
we can mount one of our IP cams, actually, if we're going to do it live. I mean,
mount one of our what?
our IP cams.
I don't know if the quality's good enough for.
For a live stream watching some phones.
Well, I guess you're not. What I was going to set it up as you start, but what I was talking about, we'd set up each individual phone. We may not get the whole thing set up in a night.
Oh, no. There's not a chance of that.
So what I was saying is go over an app, release that video on that app that we're doing, and we start every week. Either we do one app, two app, whatever we do, but we get it and start testing apps.
My only issue with that is, I mean, do we want to have all the phones sitting idle until we get to them, or do we want to get them doing something and then...
They're sitting idle now.
Well, I get that, and that's something...
But I just don't want to. I want to make sure we set them on something that may,
What?
doing something. Doing what? I mean,
I've got actually one of the ones that I keep running at home, and I can't say keep running, one of the ones that...
and right now with the way things are set, they're not going to run.
Well, I get it. Grr. But I've got one at home.
Unless you're going to come out in the cold and dig that trench and do it all.
I've got one at home
As I noticed you.
that I've been running that one on the magnet, cash magnet.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't noticed any of the problems like we thought was being caused by it before, anyway.
Yeah.
Which I know you said you did packet sniffing and
I couldn't find
didn't see
nothing.
anything that looked...
But
The one thing I really didn't like about it is to get to level 4, I
Yeah.
think it was, You actually have to give it. You actually have to set it as your default app store. Which, I mean, it still loads into Play Store.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Something seems off about that.
So we can download what it wants to download.
Yeah, I mean, and that's not, in my opinion, not okay. I mean, because there you basically, it's only supposed to be updates and stuff, but you basically hand over your phone, which if that's your personal phone with data and stuff on it,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be down.
No, either would I.
Which a lot of that I'm fairly certain has to do with the version of Android on that phone that I'm running it on. Because I believe it said on newer versions, it was X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just one of them things.
Yeah. Anyway, just an idea. We can start setting that up.
Yeah, we're gonna start getting some normal videos out. I'm sure somehow, some way, some.
I released one tonight.
Evidently, we released one tonight, so
It was just a snippet from a live feed. But
And do we want to mention that
what's that?
the low response on that one?
I think we need to do a video basically on that.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and mention it here just in case anybody's still around and listening. We've currently we're at 250 subscribers, so thanks for that. We do appreciate each and every one of those. We currently only have 2 responses on our 250 subscriber giveaway. However, the way those rules are written out, we do have until the 15th of this month to get those entries in before we do the drawing.
I think it ends the 15th at midnight.
The 15th at midnight.
I think
so the 14th at midnight, or
no, the 15th at midnight.
going on to the 16th.
I think is what it reads.
Okay, well, something like that.
I
Anyway,
think 12:01 something like that.
Anyway, get in there, watch the video, please. If you're interested in a $25 Amazon gift card, which I could use that. Can I enter?
No.
All right. Yeah, get in there if you don't mind. If you got time, if you want a $25 Amazon gift card, get your entry in, and we will draw for that. We'll do a video. We're going to go live on the 16th. What is the 16th?
It'll be in a live feed. We've got up to 30 days. It'll be the next Monday.
The next Monday?
Yeah.
Do we want to do a special feed just for that? I mean, what's the calendar?
It would
15th
be
will be
the 21st. Because it's the 15th, which I should have made it the 13th. But I wasn't looking at the calendar. But
I'm off on Wednesday. You think you can arrange 20 minutes to do? I mean, I know she's got her stuff, but
depending on what she does, she may be taking the semester off.
well, we'll try to get that done on Wednesday. If not, we'll get something. May not be live, but
Well, we can do it Thursday.
I was gonna say we'll get something published on Thursday for sure.
Because it didn't say what date it says in the live feed.
Oh, it does say in a live feed, so
Yeah.
we're kind of held to that. Okay, well, and that's not an issue. I mean, but yeah. So we'll announce the winner on the 17th
Or the 21st.
or the 21st. Should be the
Most likely.
17th.
Yeah.
We're gonna try for the 17th, if not the 16th, maybe the 15th. What's 15th?
No, it'd be like that.
Wait, it couldn't be the 15th.
I would say it'll be on a Monday most like. My issue is saying on the 17th, that's a Thursday, and we're telling everybody we don't usually go live, and so then everybody's gonna be like, "Why are you going live?" It's just confusing.
Well, if we have that scheduled, but yeah, you're right. Okay. Anyway, we'll get the winner announced shortly thereafter.
I would do it Monday the 21st.
At Monday the 21st, then. So yeah, get your entry in. Get that Amazon gift card so I don't get to keep it. Which I wouldn't anyway. We've already got 2 entrants, so. Yeah, thanks for joining us. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing. And remember, the day is what you make it. Let's make it.
Yeah, Monday when we come on, we'll have to apologize to them all.